Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa and you are watching the Exploring Oracle, or the Exploracle for short. So today we will be taking a look at a tarot deck called the Wheel of Fortune Tarot. So this is an indie deck. It's made by the Wheel of Fortune Spiritual Art Creation Company Limited, Wheel of Fortune Tarot, but I did get this from Etsy. And this is made by, I think her name is Ivy, and she also prints, or they also print the Neo Rider collection, so the plastic RWS cards that I see a lot. But this deck I don't see a lot on TarotTube, and I think it's a really beautiful deck that is worth highlighting. So I wanted to show this in my channel. You can take a pause. You can pause here and read the message on the inside of the box. And this is what the inside of the box looks like. There is no guidebook with this deck, but the images are very much RWS inspired, so you can use any RWS related book to read with it. So the cardstock is, I'm not sure how to describe it. It's a little bit matte with some sheen. It's matte with some sheen. The thickness is perfect. I can refill it easily. It feels really sturdy. It has this beautiful black holographic edge. I think you can choose the version that you would, the version you prefer. But I like this black holographic image. These are the backs. It is reversible. And yeah, it just feels really, it feels really nice. You know, it's like, I think it will shuffle really well. And it feels like really sturdy. There's also a plastic version of this deck, but it's on a white cardstock, so I didn't really like it. I think that the images are great on a black background. So anyway, let me zoom in and show you all of the cards. Alright, so these are the cards. I think it's made in watercolor. The art is really unique and it's striking off the black background. It does have borders, but it's not an issue. I think it looks great on this type of art. I'm not sure if you can see it, but the names have this foil and also the numerals at the top. So it's really quite unique. And I've learned early on in my tarot journey that I am very much drawn to this type of art. Like the watercolor, bold color kind of images that are easy to see, not too detailed, but you know, also has enough detail for you to really sink into. So this is a really cool death card, I think. Temperance, she's lovely. I haven't read with this deck at all, but I've had it for a long time, like I think almost a year now, but I haven't read with it. And that's not because I'm not drawn to it. It's really more of since it doesn't have a guidebook, you know, I feel like there's no urgency for me to pick it up and read with it, since I also have other decks that have thicker guidebooks that I want to read and get into. So for now, I have been keeping this, saving this until I read with it. But yeah, I love the art on this deck. It's really unique, and I was drawn to it the moment I saw it. And it was, you know, it was one of those decks for me that I just had to have. I know I might have said that a couple of times before on this channel, because I do have a tendency to to go looking for trouble. When you know, when you watch these videos or flip through, sometimes you do end up buying things that you don't need. But yeah, so this is one of those purchases. But because, you know, I haven't even read with it, but I had to have it. But I don't regret it at all because it is a beautiful deck. And I really love the cardstock. I wish cardstock for most decks are like this. And yeah, there's a certain there's a certain kind of, I think there's a certain level of or maybe it's more of, at this point in my practice, I'm still learning, I'm still a beginner. I do flip throughs to bond with decks, and I'm consuming a lot of information by reading from different guidebooks, different resources, watching videos, because there are some videos or YouTubers in TarotTube that give a lot of insight onto each of the cards, and sometimes that's easier for me to process or to retain aside from just reading. So since I'm still learning right now, I do tend to use tarot decks that have more substantial guidebooks at this point. So that is the reason why I don't really read with this deck yet. And probably after this flip through, I would still keep it in storage because I have some other decks that I am planning to work on this year. Because, you know, you're just, at this point, I feel like I'm just building on the foundation, strengthening that foundation before I really just start shifting from card to card depending on what I'm drawn to at that particular moment. Yeah, this is a pretty special deck, and I don't see it a lot, so I think it's worth doing this flip through, and I'll be linking the shop where I got this from, because I think it's a lovely deck. Okay. The 9. Isn't this a beautiful page? The Knight, the Queen, and the King. Okay, so I zoomed out a little just to show you how this shuffles, and because of the cardstock, I don't know what the cardstock is, and because of the cardstock, whatever it is, it does shuffle really well. That's just me. But yeah, the cards shuffle well, they feel sturdy. I can bridge it just fine. I hope that the gilding lasts because normally it does wear off. It's not the type, it doesn't feel like it hurts, it doesn't hurt my fingers, so that's a good sign, I hope. Yeah. And then side shuffling, it is a little bit slippery, I think, or maybe that's just me again. Okay, so let's try that again. So side shuffling, I think it's just fine. Yeah, okay, so I have some jumpers. Oops, another one. So since I don't really have a guidebook, I won't be doing a sample reading. I think it does stick a bit because both jumpers are 2 cards, so they're pretty much probably a little bit stuck to each other, which is why. But I think it's also because I don't work with the deck, or I haven't really shuffled this deck much, so if I keep shuffling it, then it probably would, hopefully, it would loosen up and not stick so much. Anyway, so that has been the Wheel of Fortune Tarot. I'll link the shop where I got it from. If you're drawn to the art, you can consider picking it up. And if you like this video, please don't forget to click on the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. I post videos like this at least once a week. I'll see you again next time. Bye!